10 String Tavern, episode 99, almost to 3 digits.
99.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, we were just talking before it started. It's been 3 years.
3 years. The thing is, it's like we're probably close to episode like 200 because we just always add stuff with different titles and we do sports stuff. So
yeah, we're definitely over
it's
that.
definitely
The absolute 10 String Tavern has just been.
Yeah.
I feel like if we look up on IMDb, you're there for 99 episodes, and there's my 73 episodes. So
well, there's a couple of times with sports where I'm like, guys, I have to be behind the curtain on this one. I can't add any commentary to this.
But you try on the sports episodes
and I fail.
to get that conflict going,
fail.
like the LeBron Jordan thing. But I digress.
I am here with my right-hand man, co-host Scott LaRue.
It's been a while.
And on the far left, Doug Boston. Thank you for joining us again, sir. Doug Boston. I always write him down as friend of the show all the time when I'm doing descriptions. You're officially a co-host of the show. I hope you know that. I was going to cross the island earlier and get you like a Burger King crown or something just to do something official. They didn't have the Ohio State one, so I'm like, I'm not going to do something with kids. But Doug Boston is the official host of 10 String Tavern. It makes it easier on me because I don't have to write it in the descriptions anymore. You're just, just assume.
Yeah,
and Silk's obviously, and Silk forced himself to be a host of the show. He just wedged himself in without even asking, but he's a good fit. We are here today with Cooper Crowe. Thank you for coming in, sir.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for this last minute episode ad. Perfect, perfect episode real estate. You got Tim the Wild episode before. You got our 100th episode, so you're sitting pretty with this. Thanks for coming in, sir. You got a show in Toronto tonight in a couple hours. We thank you for coming down south and heading right back out north.
Yeah, for sure.
So where's last chance show tonight?
Like, what do you mean?
The venue.
Last Resort.
Last
Resort. That's what it's called.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I was confused on the question.
That's right. Yeah. Have you played down there before? Is this your first time? Okay.
Yeah. I played there for 3 years. It's been since I started. My very first gig there was in the summer of 2024.
Very first one.
Yeah. So I mean, that was 2 years ago. But I played. I was just playing there. I had my guitar. I was just playing inside the bar there, and the guy that owned it, he was like, "Hey, you want to play some music for us?" And I was like, "Absolutely." So I got my guitar, and he was like, "Oh, I'm scheduling you next summer," and I'm like, "Sweet."
How old were you for that one?
I was 13.
13.
Yeah,
13.
I was not gigging at all. I just always had my guitar with me, and I just was singing everywhere, and people were like, "Well, how old are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm 13." They were like, do you do gigs? And I'm like, "Nah, I don't do gigs yet." But then like that summer of 2024, like 2024 started, I was opening for. I wasn't doing much by myself. I was doing more of opening for people, like opening, playing on their, mostly playing on their breaks. But I wasn't doing much of my own stuff until that summer. Actually, which is crazy, is the Last Resort was my very first solo gig. I played 3-hour set. My solo gig was a Rocky's first gig because it was my first one by all alone, and wasn't used to being alone on a stage 3 hours, and I was used to playing about 10 songs on somebody's 30-minute break.
Was there any nerves for that one beforehand?
Yeah, a lot of nerves, but I mean, I don't usually get nervous. I don't get nervous at all, but there was a lot of nerves for that first gig. First gig by myself. I didn't really know what to do, so it was definitely a climb from that day. So
you kind of realize like nobody's here to see me fail. Everybody's here having a good time. So it's just like
my family's always been very supportive. Family, friends, everybody's super supportive. They always come to every gig, and that's definitely key to have a good community behind you. That's definitely a key for it.
Big thing is too, as musicians, 99% of the mistakes you make, nobody else is going to notice it.
Well, yeah, for sure.
If you hit a sour note,
I mean, you notice it for sure, and it eats me up every single time.
Yeah, just wait till you have a band member give you shoot you a look across the stage.
Yeah.
Never done that before. Never had that look shot at me. What? Oh, I'm a fret off. Never mind.
Yeah, but I mean, it just eats me up every time that I make a mistake, and everybody's just over there having a good old time, and I'm like, I sit on stage and I'm like, mess up a lyric, and I'm like, just give myself a sigh. And my dad, he always like notices. My mom notices too. She's like, like they always see it on my face. Like nobody else notices,
Right,
but
right,
they
yeah,
know
you read
whenever
it.
they've been to enough shows and I've played this because I try to change up my songs every gig and whatever, just so that it's not stale.
Right.
But it's most of the same songs because it's whatever. Like we all listen to the same stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and so they hear the songs like probably hundreds of times a year because they're just
Yeah.
listening to it and they're like, "Oh, you messed up that lyric."
Yeah.
I just give
And
I give my dad a glance.
And that's one of the hardest things as a musician to learn how to do is fix your face.
right.
Because if you're just like in it and you realize you messed up and you
correcting it.
don't be like, kind of
Yeah.
like I've done that before and everybody's like, we wouldn't have known if you wouldn't have done anything.
Well,
So,
that's also because that's what I did. Like very first year gigging, I would like say, "Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but I learned the showmanship, and you just got to keep your show must go on." I mean, you just got to keep
Yeah.
pushing through it. I kind of like go with the lyric, and I kind of just step back and I give myself a look. And my dad's like, "Oh, you messed up a lyric, but they'll love me for it. Everybody loves me for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Only human. Everybody makes mistakes. You know how it is."
When did you start with music? Did you start with singing? Did you start with guitar? And when did you? So you kind of made that jump like with an opportunity.
Yeah.
So like there was. When did you feel comfortable to like? Okay, so when did you start, and how long have you been playing until you felt comfortable where like you could go up there and perform?
Well, I got a guitar for Christmas when I was 10.
Okay.
And I didn't start I didn't start lessons until I was that summer. I didn't start lessons
Okay.
until like that start of the year. So it was probably March. But I started lessons for that's a lie. I started them in January.
Okay.
January, the first week of January, because they were closed because of New Year's.
Okay.
So it was that very first, whatever that day after New Year's was, I can't remember. But I started lessons, and all the way up until the middle of March, whenever COVID happened,
Yeah.
I stopped lessons, and I never went back for guitar lessons. So
Okay.
I started learning chords and everything, and I learned all the basic chords, and I learned how to play a couple of basic songs. Like I learned "Simple Man" was my very first song I learned. I was real into rock, and
He just went viral from a clip of him insulting Leonard Skinner. Yeah, he said he went in to see a house in the mall the other day. They're like, "What you got against Leonard Skinner?" There we go.
well,
Yeah.
I was really into rock. I wasn't into
Yeah.
country at first. I was always into rock because my pap, he loved rock, and everybody in my family loved rock. We didn't get into country until I didn't get into country until I started really like getting into gigs and started playing music because
Yeah.
I got an acoustic guitar. I didn't get an electric.
Okay.
My very first guitar was an acoustic guitar. And so, I mean, you can learn rock on there and whatever. You can do stuff. But,
yeah.
I mean, acoustics for country and folk and whatever. And so I started to adapt that later on. But when COVID happened, I didn't pick up the guitar for like 6 months. But then all of a
Okay.
sudden, we went to my friend's dad's 50th birthday party. And a band was there. And I was like, "Hey, you guys do karaoke?" And I was like, it was just they were just playing. I was
Right,
talking
right.
with them because I'm just a networker. I just network everywhere. I get myself on stage anywhere. I talk to anybody
Nice.
and whatever. So I'm like, "Hey, you guys do can I do some karaoke?" And they were like, "Sure."
Yeah.
I do Don't Stop Believing, and that point I was like 11 years old, and I'm just up there singing, and everybody's like, nobody knew I could sing. I didn't even know I could sing.
Yeah.
I've never sang before at all. Never. I've never sang before. And I'm like, I was like just playing, and I always like to be center of attention. So I mean, all my friends were there, and and everybody was there. It was a whole big thing. Like there was a backyard, and everybody was there. Like everybody. And I'm like, "Can I sing?" And I sang, and by God, I was great. But that's what everybody told me. I didn't even know I could sing, and I just sang, and everybody was like, "Where'd you get these pipes from? I never knew you had them." And I was like, "I don't know, they were stashed away, I guess."
Nobody told me that. Everybody's like, "Just don't give him a mic." You guys were always just like, "Yeah, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to contribute to anything."
Yeah.
I mean,
If we
give him
wanted
a
to
chance.
joke, we'd ask you to sing.
Oh man,
Yeah.
man, shots fired. We're only like 5 minutes into the
I
interview.
know.
and-
So, new single, because you messaged the show was like a couple days ago. When are you releasing this one?
This one released today.
Okay, okay.
It was released midnight last night.
Okay, so
yeah.
it'll definitely be out by the time this.
Yeah.
So when you're watching this, nice.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so what is your process on writing? And you were mentioning before to Doug and I, like your process of like who you went to and stuff. Like how do you do that when you kind of have an idea? What's your process? Do you have to like spend some time alone listening? Or are you in a car like thinking?
Well,
I was just asking if you, while you're driving in a car, you think of this song.
well, I mean, I have different ways of songwriting. Everybody has different ways of writing songs, and I kind of adapt from all of them. I either write lyrics and put music to it. I write lyrics and then I put music to it.
Yeah.
Or I'm just playing the guitar and I'm singing and I just write down random things, or I just play and just kind of just sing and whatever, and I build a song out of that.
It's kind of rare. Usually you see one or the other.
Yeah.
Usually with pop artists, you'll see like almost like the poem before somebody puts it to music or vice versa.
Yeah, it's
That's
strange.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know where I adapted my songwriting. I kind of just started I've never been a poetic guy. I never even before like 2 years ago, I had never written a song before, and I just started putting pen to paper. I say pen to paper, but I write on my phone or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But I just started writing, and it kind of just was a snowball effect from there. I like to use that because I went viral back in 2024, and I started really writing music after that because my dad was like, if you want to take this, then what do you want to do with your life? And my mom and dad sat me there, and they were like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want to be a performer. I want to be a musician.
Yeah.
They're like, well, you got to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay. And I started writing music and posting it on TikTok. And I actually wrote a couple songs and put them on TikTok, and they did pretty all right. They got I think one of them got 5,000, 6,000 likes and got a couple 10,000 views.
Yeah.
And I was just that summer of 2024, I went viral, and I wrote this song called Blue Collar Way. It was my very first single I ever released.
Okay.
And it's about it's just a generalized. It's just about the blue collar working and whatever, but it's kind of about my dad and my family and how they just blue collar workers, and now they wake up at 6 and whatever. Just kind of like a general idea.
You're definitely a good front man, I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Not short on words.
I was gonna say, normally, we have grown men twice my age being like, I stayed up all night. I'm so nervous, I don't know what to say. I mean, he's coming in here like professional. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it's,
definitely.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just like I
think
said.
you understand that though, because you're young. You see how marketing works. You see how TikTok works. You see that artists that get on podcasts and kind of talk about themselves. You have supplementary content, and you understand that, and that's so huge.
Feel your crowd out and talk to your crowd a lot.
Yeah, you just gotta stay mellow.
People don't realize to do that.
Yeah, it's like I said, I don't usually ever get nervous. I kind of just go with the flow.
That's good.
I think that's what everybody says. That's what's so great about me, because I kind of just if it happens, it happens. If it goes great, it goes great. If it don't,
that's
it don't.
a very mature mindset, because with young guys, they have a goal in mind, and they know what they want, but they're super nervous to get it. They don't know how to get it. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. And you
getting over your nerves is the hardest part. That's
once you get over
absolutely
that,
yeah.
Once you get over the nerves,
having a great support system. I mean, I was the same way. My mom she was backstage at Jamboree in the Hills. They were like, "Who do you want to bring with you?" I'm like, "The person that's been everywhere with us." Yeah, that's so important. Yeah, rainy Saturday. So when you get these singles, say written, done, pre-production, who do you take this to? Now let me ask you this, because you're young and this is a big trend everybody's talking about. Do you use any kind of AI, any kind of Suno in your?
Nope. No, sir. Nope. I do not.
No, yeah.
Everybody always messes with me in my comment sections or whatever. They're like, "Oh, this is a ChatGPT written song," and I'm like, "Listen, I try to take the easy way out and ChatGPT my songs back when I was very first writing, and I'm like, this is awful. This is terrible."
Yeah.
You know,
you can tell when a ChatGPT song.
You definitely can.
Wake up, coffee, camo, fun. Yeah, stupidest.
Yeah, it's and the thing is I respect the fact that you're younger and you didn't gravitate towards that AI, because I'm not saying, but that's the easy route. You know what I mean? That's easy just to plug this and plug that in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've gotten burnt on there's songs I like more of a bluesy rock kind of, that's really I like to play. And I heard this song and I was like, oh man, I really like this song. And I looked up the artist and found out it was AI. I was so mad. Like I was irritated. I was
Well,
so
I
mad. I'm
mean-
like, I don't believe I fell for it, and I absolutely did. But it's great to see that you're actually doing it, putting the work in, and getting the results instead of just like I said. It's especially for again, no disrespect, the generation that you're in. That's easy. It's easy just to say, give me instantaneous results and I'll copy that. And
Absolutely.
that you're not doing that, I applaud you for that.
And I was going to say, what I learned right now too is like say Suno, that company, they have bots that will, if you make a song with Suno and they know, like they can tell it's with Suno, they will give you follows with these bots. They will give you comments and stuff. So like you see these artists coming out with these AI songs, they have an AI, computers are listening to your music and they're not going to be buying your product. You know what I mean? You have to be real with it. You have to be organic.
Yeah, that also goes along with what you were saying about, I was telling him that nobody my age, nobody wants to be in a band. Nobody wants to be a musician no more. I've been looking for the past 2 years, ever since I started, because I mean, as well, like I'm a solo acoustic act, and it's hard as a 15-year-old kid to sell to bars and restaurants that I'm not a talent show act.
Right.
And my dad's just, I mean, my dad's like, he's like trying to sell me, and they're like, oh, well, he's your kid, so you're going to say that about him. But it's hard because they don't know. But I am getting bigger in the Ohio Valley to where people are like, oh, that's Cooper Crowe. I know who that is. So I'm thankful for that. But at the beginning, it was hard. That's why I was starting out playing behind, like playing on. I was only playing on people's breaks because I mean, it's hard to sell a 15-year-old kid. Imagine selling a 13-year-old kid. So I mean, but
you don't want to be the gimmick. You don't want to be the 13 gimmick. You're serious. You're writing serious songs, so you don't want to be taken as like, check out the 13-year-old. No, you're checking out Cooper Crowe.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Ohio Valley is kind of a little bit behind with marketing. So if you show them like, hey, I'm going viral on TikTok, obviously people like what I'm putting out. Some venue owners be like, we don't even know what that, or they have a regular crowd that like they just don't even have social media.
And that's probably the hardest thing. Is the fact is you could tell people, especially in the Ohio Valley and a little bit up northern.
Some venues are starting to see
from
it
where you're like where we're from, but that they just have that mindset. It's an older community, and still I think probably up until probably even 10 years ago to try and get a gig, they were like, you know, do you have a demo CD? Who puts anything on a CD anymore? I mean, for God's sakes, I mean, do you want to hire us or not? I mean, it's
even anymore people don't even ask for press kits. They just want to see your TikTok or Instagram. That's it. They want to see like where are you playing, like what's your. No, they don't even have to look deep. They just want to see your front page. See the diversity of like the thumbnail. See like where are you?
Likes a lot.
Do you have 30 pictures of the same venue, or you know, are you on a podcast on this one? Are you on this venue? Or doing this thing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be you had to have an LP and an EP and stuff. Don't make anything anymore.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the community, like he was saying, that it's just so far behind. I mean, this community, like, it's a rust-built plant community. I mean, there was mills and everything. It was booming back in the early 60s, and ever since those are gone, it's just, I mean, it's just communities like this have just died out, you know?
Yeah,
it's a shame.
It's
a
booming
shame.
in the early 90s.
Yeah, I mean,
like when the steel mills were still there,
Even when I went off to college, it was still booming, but it's sad that I grew up there, and my dad worked at Weirton Steel, and my uncles at Wheeling Pit. And, you know, those communities were thriving. And then just the other day on TikTok, I saw a thing about Mingo Junction being like one of the poorest communities. And I'm like, that's like in the last 25 years that it declined that quick.
Well, it's not even like the place is shutting down and declining. It was like all the owners of the company selling to like Chinese companies who were able to get rid of pensions and stuff for these people. Yeah.
It's a shame, too, that somebody his age can't do Jamboree in the Hills and stuff now.
Oh,
too.
man.
Yeah, I mean, I drive by there every day because that's where I live.
Who was the youngest to perform main stage jam? I was 21.
Tristan Smith.
I was going to say,
Tristan Smith was
I was probably older than him, but he was probably like high school. It'd probably been like 16, 17. If that was still on, I mean,
that would have been.
Tell Kelly get Cooper on.
Have you tried, like, especially now that it's summer's out and there's more places that are doing outside venues that, you know, that you probably wouldn't be playing like inside in the bar or something, but they have an outside thing. And like I said, Pittsburgh has a lot more like bars and venues that have an outdoor thing.
Pennsylvania is the strict one with minors.
Is it? But I mean, even if it's outdoor, like during the day or something. I mean,
I think if they sell alcohol, I could be wrong. I
don't know.
It's been a while too.
Yeah, that was the problem I ran into, because they were like, "Well, can you do a day show?" And I'm like, "I can do a day," but I mean, the night shows are definitely where it's at, because I mean, you're playing at a bar. You don't want to play at like 6 o'clock and you're there. I mean, for Nashville it's different because that's Music City there.
Right,
there's people there. They're playing music everywhere. But like Pittsburgh, I mean, bars. I mean, people are coming towards the end of the night because that's when it starts to ramp up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've tried, and they're like, "Well, you can't play. You can play this to this," and I'm like, anything I can get, I'll play. But they're like, they never called back, or they just were like, "You're just too young." I've gotten told that like so many times. That's another struggle of being 15-year-old musician. So,
well, just like I said, just don't let that,
yeah, I just keep on chugging along.
For lack of a better term, don't let that piss on your fire. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just you be like, okay, that's fine.
I only let
whatever,
it burn.
and just find another venue that'll take you, and then
you got to look forward to those.
Yeah,
that's
what you got to do.
I only let it burn more. I mean, it just fuels my fire. Like
that's
literally.
it. I mean, just appreciate the, still have the wherewithal where you go like, hey, listen. I know that you guys serve alcohol. Do you have an outside thing that's going on? Like, I don't know. I'm spitballing. Like Jason Aldean's. Do you have the place that's outside that you guys, even if it is an afternoon show, that you're just up there on and people are walking by, and now you're getting people that are like, you got your QR code or your name up, and then they start, oh, hey, this kid's good. I'm going to start following and see where he's,
Yeah.
And it just, even if you get 15 followers out of a show.
Yeah. I mean, anything I can get, I'll take. I mean, it's nothing. I'll take any gig. It don't matter.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, like the whole 15-year-old thing. It's definitely hard, but I mean, I don't let that slow me down. I've played it at a few venues. I mean, just in Wheeling, I opened for a guy named Colby T. Helms at the Waterfront. It was my first ever ticketed event.
Nice. Nice.
And
great place to do it.
Yeah, and I played over at River City as well. I had a gig there last year. I went to the Max and I called Generations. I was like, would you mind, or can I maybe play here? And they were
That's
like,
a touchdown throw, buddy. We'll get you there. We'll get you.
Yeah. And they were like, absolutely, we'll call you back. But I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no because of how young you are. And I'm like, I'll take that any day. Cause nobody's telling me no. But they're just saying not right now.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're putting in the work, you're building your brand now to where when that hits, when the people your age and your friends at school are able to go there too to watch you, when that all blows up, it's not like you're jumping into music and this is a popular thing. He's been building his brand. He's the music man. That's who.
But right now the problem is all these festivals. Bars don't want to get you in a bar right now because you're going to go to that festival instead of come to their bar.
Right.
Or you can go to the bar after the festival. That's what they look at. Like River City, that's what they look at all the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, River City, yeah.
The Time Festival, they want to have something after.
PBR with the West Banco after the Nailers, So where can everybody find you, like your music, with this new single that just dropped?
Anywhere. Literally anywhere you get your music, you can find me there. Yeah.
Doing it all right, and he's got a Bose line array system, or Bose stick system. He knows ball. If any venue owners are on the fence about booking him, he's got a Bose system. What else can you ask for?
Bose S1 Pros. Those things scream.
Yeah, I've already given him the high five on that one.
Yeah, I make sure. I mean, you got to be professional. I mean, like I said, that goes along with the I don't want to be no talent show act. I'm professional. Yeah. I mean, I got it's not the best, but it's the best for me as a solo acoustic act. Yeah. I mean, I've read up. I do all this research. I mean, I'll spend the money to be with the best, everything.
Fills in your space so well. I mean,
yeah.
Now, is that with the console on stage? That system, or
you can use the.
Is it direct in the?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you can use your own console.
I got you. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then it also has like the 11 hours of battery runtime, consistent run. It's awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
And your next show, you said it's July 4th?
July 4th in Toronto.
Ohio. Yep, coming up. Same place?
It's right on the middle of 4th and Market. There's gonna be a whole big stage there. Actually, we're getting somebody from Nashville to come up. We're Carissa Ella.
Okay.
I saw that. I saw where she said that she was playing.
Yeah,
in
yeah, she's pretty big. She's doing really good for herself. I'm honored to open for her. Nice. It's a great opportunity. I'm super glad that I'm able to. As of like a month and a half ago, I was not. But it's crazy because I ended up transferring schools. And my baseball coach, he was running the entertainment, and he was like, "You play? I heard about you." I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Yeah, I heard you're pretty good." And I was like, "Yeah, well, thank you." And he was like, "You wanna play for the July 4th for us?" And I was like, "Heck yeah!" And he was like, "Okay, I'll get you the info later." Yeah. He comes up to me. He's like, "You're gonna be opening for a girl named Carissa Ella." I was like, I had never heard of her before that, and I was like, "All right, I'll look her up on social media." She's got a couple followers, nice. So and I'm just honored. I mean, she's from Nashville, so I'm going down there. Hopefully, I'm gonna go to all the open mics I can and everything, and just live that Nashville experience. Yeah. So I mean, little taste of Nashville, like. So close to home, so I'm glad about
awesome.
that.
And just remember that phrase when you're doing your open mics. Mm-hmm. Hey, in a couple weeks I'll be opening for Blink, and it'll be like, oh, hey, we know that girl. And,
because she just played it. She played it. I forget what the stage was, but it was like right on Broadway. There, she played like a CMA Fest or whatever. Okay, yeah. She played there. She played 2. She played 1 on. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever. She played 3 at 3 different big stages there. So I forget where they were at, but I mean,
have you ever got to play in Nashville yet, or
no? This is gonna be my very first time being going to Nashville, so I'm pretty excited.
If you can get into one of in the rounds, you ever see one of those? Yeah. That was one of the most intimidating things I've ever done.
I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure we're going to the Bluebird.
Okay, yeah,
we're gonna go to the Bluebird.
That's out of Nashville.
Yeah.
I think we went to a Douglas Corner. I think it was called. Yeah, but like those in the rounds when you get 3 writers and it's your turn. And what's cool is like you'll be playing your song singing, and then you'll hear somebody add something in that key to your song. And it's
Douglas went down.
That's cool.
Matt's been going to another one, but I can't remember the name of it.
There's a lot of places that close down. It's more and more commercial every year. It's crazy. Kaylee was down there. Yeah,
like the first place we played at, they closed it.
We played where Rascal Flatts was discovered on Printer's Alley, right next to that nude karaoke bar, and they shut all that down.
Tore that whole street down, actually.
Yeah.
Well, Cooper, we're not going to hold you too long because you have to get back up to Toronto. But man, you're doing it right, and man, I was going to say too, if I was in high school,
you got the front thing conquered.
Yeah.
You could talk.
I was
going to
say,
all day long.
If I was a comfortable front man in high school with some viral TikTok, I'd be better luck with the ladies than I did in high school, sending Facebook messages to the whole entire senior class, hoping for one turn.
You know what's crazy?
We got mom in the studio, but dad signed a parent guardian release. So
okay, there you go.
You know what's crazy is that I'm just gonna add one last thing. I'm not gonna.
Oh no, you're fine.
I mean, the time's all right, whatever. Okay. I mean.
We want to get you in for a live performance too. So we'll record that.
Sure, yeah. But I mean, I'm not going to talk too much on the matter because it doesn't bother me none at all. But the hate and like everybody my age, it's just I don't get much
like public comments or
everywhere.
Just,
I don't get too much. Like I don't get too much. Like positivity. I get more negativity.
I mean, but it's always easy for somebody that can't do something to tell you that you can't do it.
Yeah.
So just take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Good,
but I mean,
help you.
That's what I say. I just let it fuel my fire. I mean,
that's it.
It doesn't bother me none, but it's just funny. I just think it's funny how there's so much the hate outweigh. Like there's so much hate, but there's so little, positivity.
What's the ratio of hate where it's an actual count or it's just like user 7932884? Because I mean, that's when it's just like that's when you really just got to turn it off.
It's so funny. Me and my family, we just laugh at it because my family just stalks my page. They like stalk my page and whatever.
Like moderators,
yeah. They just stalk it and they just watch my TikToks all day long and whatever. And
is it more hate or jealousy?
It's jealousy.
It's definitely jealousy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean, and the amount of people that hate the hate comments and their profiles are private and they've got like 32 followers. It just
everything's a repost.
It just makes me chuckle because
it's.
I mean, who are you to hate on me
Because you're
whenever?
doing something they want to do. and they
Yeah,
can't.
right.
The
That's
thing is,
exactly what
Cooper,
it
is already you're putting way too much energy in it. Just
That's what I'm
chuck-
saying.
I mean,
Don't.
I just
yeah.
kind of just shrug my shoulders
let,
and
let the people that are lifting you up and that are there now
that's
take care of that for you.
That's what I mean, there's so much hate. That's what I was just getting to. There's so much hate, but that little positivity goes like, I mean, that outweighs it outweighs like way more. Like that one positive comment. I mean, that just like, you comment on there. I'm like, oh wow, hate comment, hate comment, hate comment, hate comment, hate comment, positive comment. I'm like, and it's always the same people. I have like 10 people that comment on my TikToks that are like always that have been there since less than 1,000 followers. And there's this one guy and never spoke to him in my life. Never spoke to him. He was like just commented on my TikTok and I'm like, hey, thanks, man. I'm like, because it was positive. Like when I had like less than 1,000 followers, it was all positive comments. And then once I started going viral, it was like hate comments just went skyrocketing. I mean, I still get hate comments on videos from summer of 2024 that have not it's people and I'm like there's like this comment the other day. This guy was like, oh man, he was like, it's always the same comments too. It's like always like, oh, I used to like the song before he did it or something. And I always comment, I'm like, every once in a while I'll just like comment on there. I'm like, dude, this video was 2 years ago. What are you still commenting on here?
So let's hear your version.
Yeah, right.
There's some comments I think people just do for like they almost look at themselves as a comedian because there's like a couple of viral clips I've seen where some of the comments like, man, this goes hard with the sound off or something like that. Half of them don't actually mean it.
Times.
I'm sure half of it's like hurting people, and because we had this guy like making fake accounts commenting on like our videos, and I found out that it was like a dude that is like,
oh, I'm sorry, you called me.
His son graduated with like my brother, and then like my brother gave him the lowdown of it. I'm like, okay, this guy's miserable, obviously. If you didn't give me all the opportunities I had growing up, and then like if I was like unsuccessful in like in music and production, I see Cooper on TikTok. Maybe if I was miserable, I'd be like, stupid. You know what I mean?
The one thing I'll tell you from being a management type side, if you walk in a bar and there's only one person in that bar, sing like that place is crowded.
Yeah.
Because that one guy sitting in there could be somebody very special that you don't know who he is or she is. It could be somebody from another band or management or whatever.
Yeah.
Sing your heart out even one person.
And that's true. There was my dad's best friend. He was in a punk band, late 70s, early 80s. And he said the same thing because I told him that I got nervous. He's like, listen, he said, you play that same show as you do. Like when at one point I was playing in my dad's band. He said, you play that same show that you play on the back porch as you do if there's 2 people in the bar or there's 5,000 people in an arena. He said, you play that same show every time and you don't worry about it. And once he gave me that, then it was just like, oh, and it was that easy. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because I always had that problem, a little bit of a problem. Like I always like the more it's crazy because the more people there are,
you're more psyched up.
Yeah, but I mean, I had that problem for like 2 years ago, a little bit last year, but I'm starting to get better at it.
I mean, like, firsthand. I mean,
well, that's the reason I always tell everybody that because no matter what's out there, do it.
If there's 20 people in the bar and they're either eating dinner or they're going on like a date night, they see you, they like you, and then they're a customer for life. They want to buy your t-shirts. They want to show it. That 20-person crowd, like what's more effective, that 20-person crowd or going to a bigger venue with 500 completely hammered people that aren't paying attention to who you are, aren't buying any of your merch? Like what's more worth it?
That's what
when you pass around the bucket, like everybody's like fighting, be like, oh, I have this amount of followers, I'm doing this. So, like you have to play these big shows. How much money do we do passing around a bucket? Right. Much more than like a contract we would. Yeah.
That's what I started to notice that I'm starting to get like a lot more loyal people that like that are coming from like up past like East Liverpool or like farther up north or south or whatever. They're coming to see me, and they're coming because they just see me on social media or whatever. And I never met these people in my life, but they've seen me at a venue and they just come back to watch me. Yeah, and I've just I mean that's like I've just started to notice that's kind of where it starts. I mean.
Especially in Nashville, if you're going down there next week or whenever you're going, if you're singing, watch because people come to see somebody like you.
Yeah.
Just to see if they can find somebody.
People
Right.
that are in the business that just don't want a huge crowd, so they're like, I'm just gonna go down here and just if what happens happens. I'll have a drink, and if they impress
Yeah.
me,
Flats that you mentioned earlier.
Fiddle
just walked
and
in on
Steel.
them.
Fiddle and Steel. That wasn't a happening joint. I mean, it was popular because it's in Nashville and it's in Printers Alley and all that stuff. But I mean, like, it didn't fit that many people. It wasn't.
It just took a manager to walk in and see them, and because they're from Columbus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
they
grew
were
up in
in
Columbus.
Nashville,
Yeah.
Yeah, because your wife acted like they were Rascal. Told somebody that they're Rascal Flats' manager. And
Yeah.
went on this crazy adventure
Yeah.
she
My
told me
wife's.
about. Yeah,
It's my wife's best friend's cousin.
Something
who
like that,
is,
yeah.
Gary.
Gary. Yeah,
So
Because I think
it's-
biggest part of them was from Columbus. There's a couple of them was out of town, but
yeah.
I think all three of them were from Columbus. Yeah, I think they were. I know, but yeah, like I said, it's I have to say that I'm very impressed for the maturity that you have with the age that you are. It is a lost art, and kudos to your parents because you can tell that they're raising you right, and I hope that you have all the success that you look for because, like I said, just meeting you within the past hour, I'm very impressed with how you handle stuff.
Yeah.
And I really do wish you the best. And if there's anything that we can do for you, just
very
like
much
God,
so.
let us
Yeah,
know.
thank you. Like,
We're in
need
your
help, I'll help.
corner.
yeah,
Absolutely.
appreciate
Doug,
that.
go
yeah.
up to Toronto tonight. Bring your camera. Let us know how he sounds.
Yeah.
I gotta get home to the kids, but we can send you. We can send you.
Yeah.
I got to go home and put toys together. We're getting the granddaughters tomorrow, so
Doug's a good scout. We can send him up.
Yeah, I go around a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Jurgles. Have you ever heard of Jurgles?
yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
I used to
actually
live there
supposed
for a while.
I was supposed to have a gig there, but then they were like, "Oh, he's 15."
Yeah,
Everybody
Yeah,
always
I know,
says that. They're like, "That goes back to the 15." It's just a big thing in my life because like
Yeah.
they're like,
Well, that's the
Oh,
same thing there.
they're
that
like-
you can
It's a
only put
Pennsylvania
but
Finish
they're
it.
like, "Oh, he's 15," or they're like, "Oh, he's 15." You know,
Yeah.
it's one of those things.
the
But
same thing there. They only go till they quit serving food.
yeah,
And then you got to leave.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Also, like, I mean, I know I don't usually say this enough, but I mean, everything goes to my parents. They do a lot for me. You know.
Yeah.
Like they do everything for me. I mean, Dad's my manager, and my mom, she just talks to everybody. She's just always there and everything.
Yep.
Has anybody
know.
ever vocal helped you any?
I do. Yeah, I'm taking vocal with. I did do vocal at the Music Center and Arts in Steubenville, but I mean, it worked for me for a while. But I needed to find a fit for me. I just recently started with a vocal coach over Zoom from a guy in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I forget his name. I know his name, but I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
You do it online?
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name now. Gage did through him.
Oh, did he?
Just can't
Is
think of
it,
his name.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably I forget.
Yeah, because Gage went him because I remember like Gage started young too, and I remember like you hit that point where your voice is changing, and he's like, "How do I adapt to this? Keep my like sound and like." So when you're singing, like what kind of style? If you had to pick like an artist that like you kind of sound,
Yeah.
or like where
Well, I
your
always-
covers go towards. Or,
Zach Bryan, Tyler Childers,
Okay.
Sam Barber, my three guys right there.
head up to Toronto, Doug. no. I'll
But
give you
it-
a
I
can
gas
see-
card.
As long as
We'll
you
get to
don't
see-
sing Wagon Wheel, I'm good.
Oh, I don't do that. Yeah,
Or,
I've,
hate that song.
I've moved past that
we
part.
get to see
yeah.
Tyler Childers next weekend at the Country Fest.
Oh,
yeah,
Up in
I was
Columbus.
I was gonna go to that, but actually last year, which is crazy, is it goes back to where I always weasel my way up to the stage and whatever, because we were at that Buckeye Country, that Buckeye whatever. We were at the pre-show. It was
Yeah.
Waylon Wyatt. You ever heard of Waylon Wyatt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a
yeah.
fella.
It was Waylon
like
Wyatt.
40.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
okay.
yeah, I went up there to see him, and it was my grandma's birthday. It was like my birthday because me and my grandma's birthday, they're like 5 days apart. Mine's on the 15th. Hers is on the 20th. I think that's what.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I just know they're like close.
We'll edit
apart.
out that you don't know your grandmother's birthday. That's it. So you don't break her heart. On the,
Yeah,
that's
it
all
is-
right. We'll
it is
take
the
care of you,
20th, isn't it?
Cooper. That's all
yeah,
right.
it's the 20th. But
Jeez.
we went up there. It was on like the 17th or something. But we went up there, and I'm like, I'm getting on stage. I'm gonna get on stage because we went to also Baker Blankenship. You know him?
Yeah.
Because we went to his concert. I got to meet him. Whatever. But it's basically the exact same story. They're just basically the same, just two different dates and whatever. But went up there and we go, and I make sure if I'm going to a concert, I'm the first one in line. I make sure I was over at Capitol Theater, and I went to see Maddox Batson. You know him? Yeah. First in line, we stood there for like 6 hours. I got to meet him and too as well.
Nice.
I got to play with him, do content and whatever with him. But we went to Waylon White, and I was there. And my buddy from California, he flew in. He has family in Kentucky, and he flew in. He drove from Kentucky. It's like right on the Kentucky, like Cincinnati, like right there. Yeah, and he drove from there to Columbus, and we went to the concert together. He's one of my bigger supporters too. He was there with less than 1,000 followers. Yeah, I'm very thankful for him. He's definitely a networker as well, because he helped. He also was there. He also helped. We both got to meet Waylon White. We went into the concert. I had a T-shirt signed, "Let's Play Jailbreak," because that's one of his songs. He sings that with Baker Blankenship. And unfortunately, every concert I went to, like with that, there's been no like on stage, like from like the general admission. There's been no on stage. You have to go all the way back and around. So unfortunately, I never did get to go on stage to play. But both times I got to go backstage, back to the green room and see him.
That's awesome.
For Baker, I got to go back to the green room, meet him. They've all followed me on social media and whatever. And Waylon, I got to go up there because it was like up. It was at Newport Music Hall. And it's like up. You got to go up this spiral staircase. It's pretty cool. I got to drink Milo sweet tea with him, and him and his.
That's your drink.
Yeah, I love me some Milos. But I was playing.
Is that an up north thing? Is that like a Wintersville thing? Did you guys have that up there? Or?
No, really.
I mean,
not until recently. I mean, growing up, it was Turner's.
Oh, okay.
It was from the Pittsburgh area, but
Gotcha. But me and my buddy, his name's Cooper as well. Cooper,
oh yeah.
Yeah, he's Coop the pilot. He's gotten all of his pilot's licensing done. He just needs to be able to take the test like whenever he's like 18. Yeah. He has his like license or whatever. He's gonna be a pilot and whatever. And I said, if I ever make it big, I'm making sure that you're gonna be my pilot. You're gonna be flying the private jet if I ever make it that.
Be careful what you want, because you don't know what pilots want as a salary.
Yeah, I don't know. He
when
says
when your pilot's taking 75% of your house.
Yeah.
You he was like look into a bus driver.
He was like, if you ever choose somebody, he was like, if you ever choose anybody else, I'm gonna be pretty mad at you. And I was like, yeah, but he's a real good dude. Great buddy of mine. We've come closer definitely for these couple years. But he was networking too. He held up like his phone, and he had like his phone. He was like, let Cooper play Jailbreak, and he got the entire front row, like everybody in the front row, to hold up the sign. Like they got it on their phone.
Oh, nice.
And so he was like, he set up on stage. He was like, I'm heartbroken, but I can't get you up on stage, buddy. And I was like, I understand that. But then his stage manager came up, because there's like, like how there's the row for the security in front of the stage and whatever. She was like, you two, come with me after the show. We're going to get you backstage. And I was like, all right, cool. So I was a little bit disappointed after he was singing Jailbreak. But after that, because like after he sang Jailbreak, I was like, I'm all right. I get to go backstage, play some songs for Waylon White and his opener. Don Ellis is his name.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good as well. I like some of his music. So
Darryl Ellis?
What?
Darryl Ellis?
Dom Ellis.
Oh,
Dom.
Ellis.
Yeah, Dom Ellis music. Yep.
Well, Cooper, if I keep
I
letting
want to ask you one more. Do
Okay,
you
go
sing the
ahead.
national anthem at all to any places, or?
I already know what he's doing. I already know what he's doing.
I can. I mean, I usually.
Have you? That's the thing.
Have I? I've never, but I mean,
Okay.
I definitely can.
Do you want to in an arena?
Yeah, I'd love
right.
to. That'd be awesome.
Let's put him in there. Let's put him in the arena.
That's it.
Yeah, I would
The
love
Civic Center's
to.
always looking for people to sing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So.
Yeah, any way I can get my
Nice.
foot in the door, that'd be awesome.
Nice.
I mean,
All ages
anyway,
sing.
anything
you
to
in
do with
there,
music,
sure.
that'd be
All
awesome.
ages sing. Yeah, nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
That'd be
All right.
great.
Well, if I keep letting you go on Cooper, there's going to be people in Toronto that are wondering where you,
Yeah,
where you are.
yeah.
So we're going up here to get this the musical performance in, and thank you for coming in, sir. Appreciate you coming. We'll definitely do this
great
again.
meeting you.
Yeah.
Thank you
I look
guys.
forward
Yeah,
to
for
nice
having
more
me.
stuff you got coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely come in again. That way, like it'll be an episode where you don't really have to meet you. We can just talk
Yeah,
about
that'd
music
be
and stuff we're
great,
into.
yeah.
If you ever
First
need
one's
help with
always like
management,
the-
let me know.
All right,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
We'll talk more here in 2 seconds as soon as these cameras go off. But thank you for tuning in, everybody. TST episode
Absolutely.
99. Tune in next week for TST episode 100 with my co-host on my wings, and Silk. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
40 days and 40 nights, I always crawl back to you. Every time I do so, baby, it's a deja vu. Can't fight what I feel, it's stronger than I knew. Every little word you say just pulls me closer to. Get lost inside your eyes like I'm seeing something new. No matter where I go, I always end up with you. Every heartbeat I take, it's calling out for you. Even in the dark, your light shines through. I keep coming back to you, no matter what I try to do. Every little thing you do pulls me right through. Can't escape, I'm tangled up in you. I don't wanna, 'cause I need you to. I love the way you make me crawl back to you. Crawl back to you. I swore this time was gonna be my last goodbye. One look at you and there goes all of my pride. Every time you call, I fall right into view. Can't fight this love that I have when I'm crawling back to you. I keep coming back to you no matter what I try to do. Every little thing you do pulls me right through. Can't escape, I'm tangled up in you. I don't wanna, 'cause I need you to. I love the way you make me crawl back to you. Crawl back to you. I keep coming back to you no matter what I try to do. Every little thing you do pulls me right through. Can't escape, I'm tangled up in you. I don't wanna, 'cause I need you to. I love